Okay, welcome to the Rugby League Outsiders prediction video. This is the only prediction video on the internet that counts, in our opinion. My name's Craig.
And my name's Karl.
Okay, this week, Karl, there's a couple of really key fixtures coming up and some crazy results from last week.
Yeah, 1 point games. I don't think we've seen such a weaker Super League that's been so close. London Broncos up there, Castleford turning Saints over. Really exciting week. Terrible week if you're a tipster.
I know. It's hard graft, isn't it?
I don't think many people had gone to bookies last week and came away with many wins. So, yeah, we'll see what this week brings.
Yeah, okay, so first game, Thursday night. We love a Thursday night game. Warrington Wolves versus Leeds Rhinos.
Yeah, so, Warrington dismantled Huddersfield, didn't they, this week? Huddersfield, I suppose it's quite hard to see how Warrington went in that game because Huddersfield are in a bit of disarray at the minute. Few players hospitalised, a lot of pressure just piling on them at the minute. They just can't seem to get going. But yeah, great win for Warrington, 48-0. Leeds, on the other hand, they got out of jail. And I'll say this now, if the Rhinos didn't have Brodie Croft playing for them, they'd be in a lot more trouble this year.
Yeah, I think it was a massive emotional slump, wasn't it, after the Rob Burr tribute game, into the game last week, and very, very close. And I almost called it, I said if London wins.
Yeah, I think we did, didn't we, last week? We both said it could go either way, that one.
Yeah. So anyway, they won by a point. That's all that counts. Much stiffer opposition this week as well. So for me, I'm going for a Warrington win.
Thursday night at Warrington, yeah, I have to agree. I can't see Leeds fighting back from that. I haven't seen that fight in Leeds much this year, apart from the Rob Burrow tribute game, and I would expect them to fall to defeat against Warrington.
Yeah, okay, so moving on then to the Friday night. Two games on Friday. London Broncos versus Castleford Tigers at London.
Yeah, so Cass are on a massive
resurgence.
Yeah, they're doing so well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Picked up the win against Saints, and I mean there are other two fixtures recently as well. They lost by a point to Hull KR, and they lost by 2 points, lost 8 points to 10 against Wigan. So their previous three games, they've been right up there with the top team. So yeah, I would expect them to win this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going for a Cas Tigers win as well. Moving on to the second game.
Great to see London though competing last weekend and right up there with the Rhinos. So I think London will pick up another win at some point this year. I mean, we know what London's fate is, but I think they'll pick up another win. We'll see where that comes. But I don't think it'll be this weekend.
Okay, moving on. Wigan Warriors versus St Helens. We've got the derby up there. 8 o'clock, Sky Sports action. What do you say?
Yeah, well, we never thought we'd be saying this, but Helens is under a bit of pressure, isn't he, all of a sudden at Saints?
I think he's under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but they're not. They've only lost a handful of games, haven't they, really, this season? But they're just not. They're not what they. I think Saints have set the bar so high now that's what the fans expect week in, week out. Top performing, run away with the league, and now they've been up there for so long. Inevitably, we're going to drop back down eventually, and yeah, they're in that position, aren't they? At the minute, I don't think St Helens really need to panic, but yeah, the fans are putting a bit of pressure on him.
Yeah, they are, and also if you're looking at some of the reports coming out in the press. Welland's saying that some of the players perhaps don't quite understand the privilege it is to play in that shirt, and they perhaps haven't got the passion for the badge, as much passion as they should have. So
there's a bit of alarm bells ringing, isn't there, when your head coach starts making comments like that. So yeah, look, Wigan. I watched the Wigan game this weekend against Lee, and they're just bloody brilliant at the minute. And I know we keep mentioning him over and over again, but Bevan French is the best player in Super League.
Yeah, definitely.
By a country mile. It was absolutely brilliant at the weekend. There was a point where Lee kicked through and it was a foot race to the ball, and he came from behind, got the ball, and then
skipped round.
And then he returned it 40 metres back in the other direction. So he'd run about. I think he actually submitted the tackle at that point. I think he was that tired.
He couldn't run anymore.
Yeah, but he beat everybody, didn't he? He's absolute dynamite. And Wigan have got just. When you talk about teams having a balance, Wigan have got the balance right between their half-backs. They've got the strike force on the wing. Did you see Marshall's try as well?
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
Incredible.
Inches.
We've just come to expect that now, haven't we? That's just become the norm. But yeah, sorry. Jumping back to Wigan, yeah, I expect him to win.
Yeah, same as for me. Wigan win there, so we both agree on that. Moving on to Saturday then. First game is the Hull Derby, 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, so Hull FC getting better.
I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, bit by bit. Well, last couple of weeks, I think they've only had a few points in each game. Hull KR, I didn't see the Hull KR game this week, didn't they? They lost to Catalan this week, so there wasn't much in that at all. Did you see that game?
No, I got the highlights. We've had a busy weekend putting our new studio together, but my assessment for this, so Hull FC at home, Hull KR playing away, but I think Hull KR are just going to be a little bit too strong for Hull FC. Although they're having a little bit of a resurgence, I think Hull KR beat them. Yeah,
they only just lost to Warrington, did Hull FC. They only just lost to Salford.
But I don't know if teams are getting themselves up for games because
they're playing
Hull. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. You could be right there. That does tend to happen, doesn't it? You play as well as the team that's in front of you. But they're certainly doing better. But Hull KR, I don't think the FC defence will be able to handle Hull KR's attacking prowess. So yeah, I'll go for Hull KR win on this one.
Okay, we both agree on that one. Next game then, Leopards versus Huddersfield Giants, also 3 o'clock.
Now, this is a really interesting one. I would expect Lee to play well. I watched them against Wigan, and although the scoreline suggests they weren't that far off, they were up there toe-to-toe with Wigan for a lot of the game. Just individual brilliance, I think, from Wigan separated the two sides. That said, Huddersfield, they're under a lot of pressure at the minute. Ian Watson, it's not nice to see the comments he's made in the press this week. I think he's really reiterated the pressure he's under as a head coach. Ken Davies come out, the old statement by the chairman, he's always warning signs.
It's always a worry,
if you're a head coach, he's come out and it was a bit of a nothing statement actually that he made in the press. Basically, he just said to, yeah, we know we're struggling at the minute. Stick by us, keep supporting us. But yeah, whenever that happens, that's a Gary Everington trick, that is.
Yeah.
You come out in the press, say everything's, we're working on it, we're doing his best. And that's usually the warning sign for your head coach. He's probably got about 2 weeks left. And if you don't make some changes and there isn't a turnaround, then you're probably going to be looking for a new head coach.
It's almost like there's conversation gone on behind doors and they've gone, look, I'll put a statement out to keep him at bay for now. However, you've got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that it definitely feels like that, which is a shame.
The chairman also, I read in the press this week that he actually met the players before the Warrington game and basically said, similar to the St. Helens, he said you're privileged to be playing, to be paid to play, and your performances aren't good enough. It didn't make any difference, though. They've still got an absolute drubbing.
Yeah.
But I expect Lee to win this one.
Yeah, same as for me. Lee Leopards, we both agree on that one. So no points moving places on this week's.
No, but this one is a very interesting one. Catalan Dragons versus Salford Red Devils. I'll let you go first on this one. This is I think could be the one we might split on.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, it's at Catalan Dragons. We know it's a bit of a fortress down there in the south of France. Put my cards on the table. I think it's going to be a Catalan Dragons win. However, if Salford did win, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? But I think at home, with the current temperatures, I think they'll be too strong for Salford, and they'll beat them by 10. I'm going to say. Right.
Well, I completely disagree with you.
Thought you might.
I'm going Salford.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Salford have this knack of just picking up these wins when they're up against the top team. They haven't been far away in any game this year, actually, Salford haven't. They aren't far away from any of the top sides. Just have a feeling. I reckon it'll go down with drop goal, Sneed. Drop goal. I'm going Salford.
Okay, so that's the prediction from this week. Karl, anything else that's happening in the Rugby League Outsiders world?
Our new show is dropping on a Monday evening, our weekly news show. We've got various clips going out all week now, and we're also working on our new podcast studio. Hopefully by next week we'll be in. So Yeah, stay tuned and comment on the video as well what your predictions are. I always find it interesting to see other people's opinions. So yeah, that's great. Comment below, please.
Yeah, and for any engagement or any people that view these videos, we're truly grateful. So until the next video, take care.